Alright, that has to be the best part of travel. You get rid of your bags and then you just get to relax. Now I'm going through security, and yeah, we can get on to today's video. Alright, we're just gonna get some coffee. There's a massive line at Starbucks, so I guess we're at a farmer's market, but it'd be nice to have a coffee on the plane. Okay, so there isn't heaps of time today, and so I have a 4-hour flight to Dallas, 45-minute layover, and then I think it's 8 hours to Honolulu. And so yeah, it's gonna be tough to upload much content, but I'll do my best. Oh, latte? Thanks a lot. Still too hot, so we can't taste test yet, but don't you worry, we will. Okay, so today's tip of the day is all about hydration. I'm gonna try to put together a bit of a compilation of recovery stuff which can help, but I'm also traveling, and when you're traveling you need to drink a lot of water. One of the reasons you get kind of jet lag and tired is dehydration. But dehydration in life in general is massive. It's one of the best ways to recover. It's one of the easiest ways to recover. So make sure you're working on your hydration. Make sure you always have a bottle of water with you. If you can, add some electrolytes, or just add a pinch of salt and a little bit of cordial or sugar flavor. That's gonna help you hydrate. You should be doing that every morning. The first thing you should do when you wake up is pint glass of water, either with a little pinch of salt or with an electrolyte tablet. It's a 3 out of 10. It's awful. Ugh. Still a 3 out of 10. Uber was $5.15. Now we're on the plane, which is pretty cool. But let's get stuck into some recovery stuff. Recovery is the foundation of everything that you're gonna do. You go out there, you exercise, you run, you beat the muscles up, you beat the brain up. Recovery comes first. That's what you gotta do. If you're not recovering, you're not absorbing the hard work that you're putting in. If you're not absorbing the hard work that you're putting in, the muscles can't grow back stronger, the physiology can't improve. Stuff we've been talking about is giving the legs a chance to recover, which is obviously very important, but you also have to give the brain a chance to just calm down. Running can be just very intense and it can seem really complicated at times, and so probably my advice would be find, things. I've had plenty of coaches tell me that you need to find some things in the day that you do that just gives your mind a chance to just relax. Sleep is super important, because during sleep is when our bodies recover the most. It's where if you start to go through periods of tough sleep, that has a big impact on how much of the training you're absorbing. If you're not absorbing the training, you will not get better. It's during REM sleep and deep sleep. I think it's SWS, it's called sleep, and that's like your deepest sleep. It works in 90-minute cycles. But your deepest sleep is where your body and the muscles recover the most. And so if you're not hitting that deep sleep, very difficult for your muscles. If you're in a bad rut of bad sleep, you'll have just got used to the new norm. So you'll have got used to poor sleep. You'll have got used to how your body feels when you're not sleeping well. You'll have got used to how your psychology feels when you're not sleeping well. Bad ruts are often what you'll get into, and you won't notice it happening right away, but that'll become your new norm. As in rest days, rest as in you've just raced and you should take a little bit of training a bit easier, and then maybe rest as in like post-marathon time off. Doesn't have to be post-marathon. Hard work, recovery and rest gives the body a chance to absorb the training, and you get better, okay? But if you don't ever allow it to recover, your trajectory just goes down, you just get more and more tired. I have a really good, I don't know, maybe it's like an analogy. I think it's an analogy. Imagine a sponge, right? And you dip it in water and it's full of water. And if you don't, release it, which think of that as rest, if you don't release the water from the sponge, you can keep dipping it back in the water, but it'll never absorb any more water. It's impossible. And that's the way recovery kind of works with running. Like, you're the sponge, and by training you're dipping yourself in the water, filling yourself up. Rest and recovery is what's going to help you, settle. Basically, you can't replace physio, right? Physio is really helpful. Sports massage from a qualified therapist, very, very helpful. But I think by doing self-massage, you can start to keep your body in a better place during training build-up, which helps reduce injuries. Might mean you don't have to go to the physio and the sports masseuse as often, and yeah, it can just really help. It also, as you're working through your body, so maybe you're going up your shins, or maybe you're going through your calves, or maybe you're going through your quads, you start to get in tune with your body. So you start to realize oh wow, that's really tight. Oh wow, that's really tired. And it's until you pay attention to certain areas that a little brain moment happens, and light bulb moment, and you think to yourself, oh wow, I've really let my body get into a bit of a mess. If you go to Amazon today and you type in run and recovery tools, you're going to find a lot. So it can probably be quite overwhelming. And so I think if you scroll down the recovery section, the absolute necessities that I believe every runner should have is a stretching rope, a foam roller. I guess this is a fancy foam roller with no battery. Nope, it has battery. Oof. Foam roller. I'll talk about it in a second. So foam roller, stretching rope. I would definitely say a trigger point ball. Mine just isn't handy right now, but it's one of these. The top bit, not both. Trigger point ball, foam roller, stretching rope. I feel like that's an absolute must. Those are absolute musts.